My roommate slept with every boyfriend I ever had, so I built her a fake one and watched her lose everything. I found my third boyfriend's shoes under Vanessa's bed before I found him in it. That should have been my first warning 2 years ago, when she accidentally walked into the living room in a towel every single time I brought a guy home. She always blamed bad timing. I believed her because believing the alternative meant admitting my best friend was hunting in my own apartment. Jordan was the first one I really lost. He brought me coffee before our 8 a.m. psych lecture and remembered details about my life most people forgot. Then study group moved to our place, and Vanessa started showing up with energy drinks for everyone, sitting close enough that her knee touched his, laughing at jokes that weren't funny. "Your roommate's really cool," he told me once, like that was a compliment. I came home from my bookstore shift 3 weeks later to find them on the couch, his shirt half off, her hair a mess. "It just happened," he said. Vanessa just shrugged. "You snooze, you lose." I told myself Jordan was a fluke. Then came Noah, from my gym, 6 months later. Vanessa joined my boxing class the same week I started bringing him as a guest, suddenly obsessed with trying combat sports. She asked him to check her form. She invited him to spar. She laughed at his terrible jokes like he was a comedian. I tried to ignore the twist in my stomach because I didn't want to be the jealous friend again. I found out the truth on his kitchen counter, surrounded by takeout containers, when I used my spare key to surprise him with dinner. "You guys weren't even that serious," he said, like that erased anything. Vanessa didn't even reach for her clothes. "You're always at work anyway," she said, like I was the one who'd done something wrong. By the third boyfriend, I stopped grieving the men. I started studying her. Vanessa didn't fall for guys. She fell for followers. Her Instagram was a shrine to influencers. Thirst comments, wishful captions, constant talk about wanting a man with a platform. So I gave her exactly that. My cousin's friend Zach had the face for it. 6'2", sharp jaw, the kind of looks wasted on a guy who spent his days doing construction and didn't own a single filter. I offered him $200 and an explanation that barely covered what I was actually doing. He agreed without asking too many questions. I built the account in a weekend. Old modeling shots from a shoot he barely remembered. 50,000 bought followers. Borrowed luxury cars pulled from stock photos. Fake brand deals. The influencer aesthetic Vanessa worshipped like scripture. Then I had Zach slide into her DMs, mentioning he'd noticed her around town and wanted to collaborate with real local creators. She replied in under 10 minutes. Within a week, she was telling everyone about her new boyfriend who was about to make her famous. She quit her coffee shop job. She maxed out 2 credit cards on designer outfits, camera gear, and a content creator trip to Miami she paid for entirely herself, convinced they'd be the next big couple brand. For 3 months, I watched her chase a man who didn't exist while my stand-in fed me updates. How delusional she sounded, how she'd started talking about moving to LA, about verification badges, about a future neither of them were ever going to share. Then I told Zach it was time to end it. He vanished completely, blocked her number, deleted the account, switched his schedule so she'd never run into him again. Just gone, like static, cutting out mid-sentence. She showed up at my new apartment 3 days later, mascara streaked down her face, holding her phone like it might still ring. "I don't understand," she kept saying. "He said he loved me. How could someone be that fake?" Her hands were shaking. She'd lost her job, her savings, and any version of herself she recognized. I handed her a tissue and felt something settle in my chest for the first time in months. "Yeah, Jess," I said quietly. "I really don't understand how someone could be that fake either."